Reselling is dying for a lot of people. Here are some of the solutions that we think are very fundamental to reselling.
Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kane, and we are
the FI Resellers. And we have a what sold video for you. We're going to show you the best sales from our past 2 weeks. We are going to tell you about how much we made in those 2 weeks. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in our business and what is making us think, is reselling dying?
So we often look at Wolverine things and just check the comps on them. These are in pretty rough shape because of all the wear. You can just see how uneven it is in this leather. And so we took an offer on it for $35, which is pretty good considering just how it looks and all that. I'm sure we could have put a little bit of elbow grease into this and gotten some Wonder Balsam on it. We didn't really feel like we needed to. I'm sure that the buyer will do something with it if they wanted to. And it's not even steel toes, so pretty decent value for what the buyer is getting. Wolverine is just a really good brand to be on the lookout for in general. These are waterproof, so we really like picking up Wolverine. Pretty good style too, and overall, really happy with the sale.
So here we have an Eileen Fisher top, and this one I picked up just recently. I listed it yesterday and it sold today. So a really great sale. It sold for $40 plus shipping. Eileen Fisher can go for a lot of money or just a little bit of money depending on the item, you know, the quality of the item. So this was really good material. It was 100% cashmere and just a very classic style. So that was the reason it went for so much. But even basic Eileen Fisher can go for about $20, but really, really nice Eileen Fisher can go for even more. I sold Eileen Fisher for close to $100, so definitely don't sleep on this brand. A lot of people are like, oh, Eileen Fisher, I don't pick it up anymore. It never sells for me. That's not the case for me. It's one of our top brands, and you just have to price it correctly. Here we have a Calvin Klein suit, and this is 100% wool. It's this nice gray color, and we got this free from a friend of ours who was cleaning out his closet. And we love when people do that. We don't mind, you know, going through this stuff and being able to list it and take it off their hands. We love that. This sold for $35 plus shipping. So definitely, if you have suits, you know, look them up on eBay, see how much they're worth, because some suits can sell pretty well. And this sold very quickly. I thought, you know, it would take a little while to sell because I feel like just not that many people are wearing suits, but maybe they're making a comeback. So if you see suits in the thrift store or at the bins or in your own closet, check them, see, you know, if they're in good condition, if they are good material. Wool definitely is a good material. A lot of polyester suits probably not going to be worth very much, but like wool, cashmere, that sort of thing, look them up on eBay, see if they're worth anything. Okay, so here we have a Johnny Was sale. You know that this is our favorite brand to pick up and to sell. This sold for $70 plus shipping. And it's funny because this had originally sold for $48. I took a pretty low offer last week because our sales weren't that good, but the buyer wanted to cancel. She said that she had this exact top, which I thought was pretty funny, and that she didn't need it, so I canceled the order for her. And luck would have it, you know, doing that good deed for that buyer, not making her follow through on, you know, her purchase, someone came in and bought it for $70. We'll leave a link to the haul where we picked this up. We showed you everything that we got that haul, and it was one of our best hauls in like recent memory. We have not been able to top it since, so definitely go and check that out.
Here we've got a pair of Acme women's cowboy boots, genuine snakeskin, really cool. And they've actually got this split right here, and I noted it in the listing, but we still sold it for $40 considering that, and it's kind of in rough shape, very worn, so really happy to have gotten this sale. Otherwise, I think if it wasn't so worn, these were going for about $60, and even on the bottoms, you can tell that the soles are pretty worn too. So overall, you should kind of be on the lookout for Acme. We don't come across this brand like ever because I think this is the first time we sold it, but when we see cowboy boots and they have any type of distinguishable pattern, and then last thing is we just like selling cowboy boots in general, so we'll often pick them up, look them up, and you should too.
We sold this dress by the brand Mirth, and this is definitely a brand to look out for. These dresses are really expensive new, and they sell for a good amount. This was Mirth handmade, meaning I guess it's made custom, and so it doesn't have a size anywhere. So I measured it and, you know, put in the measurements to the listing, and it sold on an offer that Posher BA sent out. to the liker for $54. And so that is great. I picked this up at the bins a little while ago, probably a couple months. So it's been listed for a little bit, but now it's the season for sundresses and dresses like this. But I thought this would be so cute for like a bridal shower or a bachelorette party or something like that. Whenever I have a white dress, I always put that in the description so that someone searching for that can see it, and I make sure that it's there using all of my keywords that I can. I sold this Double D Ranch skirt, and this is such a beautiful skirt. Double D Ranch is a brand to be on the lookout for. It is often embroidered or just really nice Western wear. And this sold for $56 on Poshmark on an offer to liker. So that is great. I had it listed originally for $80 and on a 30% offer. And I'm really happy with this sale. It did have, some pulls in the thread. Otherwise, I think it could have gone for even more. But this was also in a nice size. So it had a couple things going for it and then a couple things that were detracting from it. So, it all evens out in the end, and I'm really happy to get $56 for it. So those are some great sales from the past 2 weeks, and here are our numbers, so how much we actually made. We sold 59 items for a gross revenue of $1,650.65. Our cost of goods for those 59 items was $121.83. On eBay, we sold 32 items for $578.26. On Poshmark, we sold 25 items for $305.05. And on Facebook Marketplace, we sold just 2 items for $37.01. So in total, our net profit was $920.32.
Let's get down to the brass tacks of what that actually means. We've listed more items, so we've increased our listings per week by about 20%, and even sometimes more than that in a week, and we still make less than $1,000, which is our previous goal. And so we're listing more and we're making less money. Fact of the matter is, reselling is really tough right now, and we've heard that a lot over and over and over again. And so for a lot of people, it is dying. I don't want to discourage you because we're going to continue to do it, but it is really tough, and we want to acknowledge that because we don't want it to be like sunshines and rainbows. We tell you every single 2 weeks how we're doing, and hopefully that helps you gauge how you're doing, right? Compared to us, because we are part-time, but we are very methodical in how we're doing things, and we are very consistent, and hopefully that gives you an indication as a baseline of what to compare your business to.
Part of what I've been seeing is that it feels like there are more resellers in the market. More people, I see them at the bins. Like every time I go to the bins, it's more and more crowded. And I feel like that's the case online, that I'm competing against more people. I also do feel like because of the economy right now, that's why there are more resellers. More people are trying to make extra money to cover their bills. Right now we're feeling the pinch, but I'm hoping that as more people go onto eBay, onto Poshmark, that they're looking for those deals, we're able to offer it to them. Often we are very positive on our channel, and recently we have been feeling pretty discouraged. I feel like we are listing items that are really good, and so what we did this week was I sent out offers on Poshmark, and I got quite a few sales from that. And then what we also did is we had been using calculated shipping on eBay and had been charging our buyers the retail rate instead of passing on the discount to them, because often we would not estimate things correctly. And so we changed that because I had been feeling that maybe we weren't making the sales because people were seeing our shipping prices, which have definitely gone up since we started reselling. And I feel like it used to be the difference between the retail and the discounted eBay rate was not that much different, but now I feel like it's just even more like of a distance. For instance, the padded flat rate is $8.30, but the retail rate on the padded flat rate I think is like $10.65, and so that's a big difference. I didn't realize that you could bulk change that, and you can on eBay. So I went in and bulk changed it so that that discount is passed on to the buyers, and so hopefully that affects our listings. That's something to think about. Think about what little tweaks you can make to your listings, to your pricing, to all these different things that you can really make sure that you're putting every little piece in place in your business so that it's really pointing towards sales and making money.
So even though I say we've seen a few people, quit reselling, it's dead to them, there are a lot of people coming into reselling. So some of those folks might quit after a month or two, But the fact of the matter is there is always going to be more and more people trying Poshmark and trying eBay because they too want to sell a few things from their house and whatever. And they might learn that eBay is great and they want to continue doing it. At the end of the day, you need to know what you are good at, how consistent you can be with the sourcing, with the selling. You have to know that being consistent really does matter, and hopefully that allows you to have the confidence to continue reselling, because it's a roller coaster. We call it a roller coaster for a reason. If you know that you're consistent like us, you just have to outlast all the people who are not consistent, that are really kind of jumpy when it comes to, oh, the market's bad, eBay's doing poorly, Poshmark's doing poorly. As things change, hopefully you're changing for the better. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Reselling is dying for a lot of people because the economy's tough. Their stores want more money, buyers want more deals, shipping costs more. All these things are kind of going against us, but this too will pass. It will eventually happen. How long are you able to outlast all the other people? Aside from the really general advice of just sticking to it and trying to outlast other people, here are some of the solutions that we think are very fundamental to reselling. Our cost of goods are low, the quality of items are good, we're doing our comps consistently, and we're trying to focus on that sell-through rate like we always talk about. So yeah, that's it. Very fundamental stuff that you already know. And then with sticking it out for a really long time, I think you'll beat out a lot of other people.
All right, so here is an update on our stock market experiment. So we put in $38 from Facebook this week, and so you can see that it's still down. You know, markets are down, definitely. And, you know, just like with reselling, we are in it for the long haul, you know, so we aren't worried about the ups and the downs as much. You know, with reselling, we're a little bit more like, oh, you want to, you know, be able to make the money. But with this, we aren't looking at making money right now. We're looking at, you know, just keep putting money into it, and then eventually we'll make money on it. Eventually we will cash out on it and realize those gains. But before that, we don't have to realize these losses. They are just paper losses. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully you kind of see our mentality on both this reselling business and the investment side of things. It's that, yes, we recognize that the market is down, that things are tough, but it will bounce back. That's just the economy. Whether it's going to take a long time or just a few more months, we have no idea. My guess is that it's probably going to be a little while, and we're going to be in it for the long haul.
So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and leave your comments down below what your strategies are when reselling gets tough. What do you do? Leave those down in the comments so that can be a place of learning for everyone. And if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. We would love to have you as part of our YouTube community.
Yeah, keep that passion burning, y'all. And that has always been our thing. Keep the passion burning so that you can continue to resell for whatever reasons. You know, you got to think about the why of why you're reselling. It's very important to always go back to that when times get tough. And we're always rooting for you. We'll see you later.
Bye.